So welcome to Bunny's Designs. This is a live stream, impromptu Sunday. I wanted a real quick video because last night I rearranged my chameleon pens. So I have my toppers on top and I have my chameleon pens underneath. And I have a bit more height because of the way it's stored, but I'll show that later. So I can fit my toppers on top. And I've put them in the same colour order, so I've rearranged them all so they arrive in neutrals and flesh tones and primaries and earthy tones and greys and cool blues and purples, and I've rearranged them all. So my favourite is if I'm doing oil painting, watercolour, acrylics, anything like that. I like everything in the same colour order. So because of the way these were set out, I put the black here and I took out from the top the little tweezers and the spare nibs. So they're now at the bottom and I have black. And then I have my light yellows, my orange yellows, my oranges, orangey reds, my dark purples, and I put cinnamon and burgundy down here with the reds. Now cinnamon is a BR, but I put it with the RDs. I put it with the reds, and I may change that later and put it back up here. I haven't decided, but at the moment it's down here. So the cinnamon is between burgundy and crimson. In fact, I think I'm going to leave that as it is. But when I do my colour wheel, this may change. But the colour of order, the order of colour will not change. It's just some colours may be reddier or pinker than others. Then I have my pinks, I have my purples, my purple blues, my cold blues, my pale blues. And then I've got my turquoises, my greens and my olives. All here I've got my neutral, my nudes for the skin tones. And then I've got the browns, the BRs next to those. Two warm greys, and then I have some cool greys here. So my cool greys are here and they're above the cool blues and greens, so they're together. Now there's different variations that you can put these toppers and clip them together, but the way I've done it, you can get more on here than you can here, so there's a slight variation. So I've still got my light yellows, my oranges, my reds, my pinky reds, my pinks, my purples, purple blues. Everything's okay until it gets to the green. So these greens are now at the top here. And I've put the two warm greys up here. So I could get all my nudes all in a row and my browns here. So I go from nude 1, nude 00 right up to bark. So they're all my browns and warm colours. And then on the top I've got my cool greys. And I have my black. So all the cool greys are there. So if I wanted to just do a black and white monochrome marker drawing, colouring in, I can just unclip this one and they clip downwards. And my hands aren't brilliant today. So this one clips forwards. I say my hands do not work very well. Nope, my hands won't do it, but it is clipped. It's very well in there. But I could take just this off and take these with me. And the other thing I've done, which has made them a bit stiffer, is I put the lids at the back of them. So they've all got their lids at the back of each topper. So everything's together. Sometimes you move them about a bit, and they are on a bit of a slope. But I've joined them together here and together here. So I've made a block. And it sits quite nicely on the bottom. you can still put this onto here, lift these off, and the reason I've got more height is because I've turned the top the other way. So this goes on here and you flip the top to shut it. And normally this chameleon box lid goes that way on, but I've put it this way on because it's easier for me. So I can just shut it like that. And when I want to open it, I can open it forwards, flip the top, and because I've left the lid on here, I've got a higher slope, so it's made it a little bit higher. That's about right. And then these toppers just sit on top. So I just thought I'd show you how easy these are to use, and then what I would do is turn them to the side. So I've got a bit of sunlight, so they're easy just to pull out and put in. And they all sit quite happily if you don't keep moving them about. So the toppers are on top of my colours, and the colours are corresponding, so my yellows are all together, oranges, reds, and so on and so forth. So I just thought that you could turn this around to suit you, rather than then turning it upside down and having to put the whole box lid on. All you have to do is just slide it down, and it's so much easier if you've got pulley hands. So I just thought I'd show you how I store my new babies. Thank you for watching.